Hi, Brian.
Hello. We're just setting things up. Won't be long.
Take your time, man. I'm in no rush. It's Sunday here.
Oh, welcome, Julie. And Darren. Okay.
Hey, Darren.
Cool.
I'm trying to sign in. How are you guys?
Oh, hi, Julie.
Hey, finally made one.
Cool. Thank you. So welcome. Welcome, everyone. My name's Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just turned 5:32 on a Monday morning for me. So it's 2.5 hours before the market opens, Sydney. Spreads go crazy and all that sort of stuff. Well, let's have a look and see what sort of things were last week and what opportunities for this week. And welcome, Helen. I see you're getting a bit of a reputation there for a, what is it? Interesting, isn't it?
Hi, Brian. Times have changed, so I can join you again.
Oh, times have changed. Oh, they've changed for you. That's right. Yes, on the weekend.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
So what time is it for you now?
6:30 in the evening. 6:30 Sunday evening.
It's earlier for you now, though.
Yeah.
Okay, rightio. Okay, so it's earlier also too in the US. Okay. Oh, well, no, you don't change yet, do you? Have you gone off daylight savings in the US, Tom?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What?
Have you gone off daylight savings in the US?
No, not yet.
Not yet. No, it's okay.
Maybe I think it's week. November 6th or something like that.
Okay, rightio. All right then. So that'll make the times change right then. But I see, Helen, there's a few posts about you, managing to what is it, on 1 minute and 5 minute or something trading.
Do you know what Paul was talking about a 1 minute strategy I think it was last Monday, and I've been playing around with some things. And I thought, oh, let's go and see how it works on the 1 minute, and it looked like it worked. So I kind of shared it, and I've been looking at it over this weekend actually, and it looks like it works on all time frames, but I haven't tested it yet. And I'm actually away for a few days this week, so I will only be staying for a bit this evening. I can only stay for about half an hour, I'm afraid, and I probably won't be away around much this week, but hopefully I'll be able to catch up a bit more now that the clocks have changed.
Oh, what a jet setter. Gosh, okay. No worries. Cool.
No, it's not a jet setter. It's driving about 2 hours across England and staying in a hotel, in a different part of England. Not jet setting at all.
Oh, God. Okay, rightio. Let me just put this up first. This is just a welcome to this analysis session. There's a bit of a note there. There's a full risk disclosure and a little bit about us as live session traders. So go from there. I will take you to my welcome, Rian, too, and Darren.
Hi, Brian. Hi.
Yeah. This is my trading platform, just to show you. This is just a trial, whatever. So there's a number of trades that I'm in. Just ones I've taken. This is a GU that I was in, and it came back. I'd moved the stop loss down, like trailing stop losses I talk about. This is on a 2 hour. Oh, it's a 3. Let's go. So change that to a 2 hour. Yeah. So basically got in the trade there there would have been a red triangle up there, and then basically it went green when it came back up. Like I was asleep anyway, and that poked up before the end of the market change. So we'll have a look at the GU a bit later. So, but I think it profited out about, I don't know, 100 pips or so. Actually, it'll tell me there. Oh no, there's only dollar amount. It's not telling me how much. I don't know. It'll work out. Anyway, it's whatever. So let's just to show you that these ones were, I got in last week, and they're still positive and going very nicely just based upon our triangles. Helen, you might not have seen them. I don't know. Have you caught up with any of the reports because of the the lifestyle, the busy lifestyle that you have?
Yeah. I have caught up with some of the recordings, Brian. I don't know if I've caught up with all the new indicators that you've been adding in. I did try to watch. There was one from Tom. I can't remember when it was now. 10 days or so ago, maybe. And I watched that. But if anything's changed since then, I've probably missed that.
Well, Tom's the on again, off again indicator guy. So there's one he suggests, and then a few days later he says, "No, scrap them." But we're staying at the moment with this. It's like a Bollinger with a triangle, green, red for sell out, green for buy up, red for sell, and looking still at this SHA. Yeah.
Funny you say that, because I just changed everything again, but we're going to just proceed like we have been.
like as if you haven't introduced anything else. Okay, that's good. Unless you want, that's fine. You can.
No, I'm not. I'm not adding things. I'm reducing things.
Oh yeah. No, we've taken away the channels, which I think are really nice to have in there, but that's just me.
I've taken away the channels and the what is that? The twin range. I don't use that anymore.
Yeah. Okay. You mean with
or the DN?
Yeah. So that the DN is this Pit Wyckoff.
Yeah, I don't use that anymore.
Oh God!
Take off the twin range.
And take off the twin range. Oh, look at that.
Take off the
musket.
The rails.
Oh yeah. No. Well, this is what he looks like now. Okay, taking that, and if we go in here, where the hell are these rails?
So what I did was I just removed the clutter. I'm only trading the triangles.
Is it lines?
Yes.
It is too. Okay.
It's just clutter. Now open up that up. Just do the 2 hour screen. Let me show you what I mean.
I'm on the 2 hour.
No, I mean open it up. Get rid of the daily.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Okay, cool.
If you look at what you're trading. Just trade the triangles.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters.
It's pretty sweet, isn't it?
Yeah.
And which indicator is that, please?
Oh, it's this. It's an X48 Midnight Hunter.
Thing is deadly.
That sounds like it. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
And the settings are 56 weighted, 110, 2.4, 4, and 1.
I changed mine to 3.
You changed this to 3.
Yeah.
So you're pushing it out even further, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I know Rian, we were talking. So this, I think originally it comes out of the box, I think, with 2.5. And what that does is it brings the rail in well, it's the width of the rails, which you can't see now because he suggested we turn it off. But
was that the Bollinger Band like rails?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you see all
Correct,
the
correct.
arrows down there to the left?
Yeah, these ones.
Change
down
that
there.
to 3 now and watch them.
Yeah, I will.
It just unclutters everything.
No. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's doing its thing. Crank, crank, crank. And ding, got rid of it.
Look at that. Beautiful. God, I love this shit.
What I know Rian sort of talked about, if we tighten in, we'll get the more of the indicator, more of these triangles. I'm just sort of explaining it because we went down to 2.4, didn't we, Rian?
Yeah, we did.
But whatever.
Yeah.
And what it does, like, okay, let me just show you then. If I go there, we go to style, it just turns everything off there. If I go back and put lines on, which you'll have to, and it doesn't extend it. You can actually have these lines go back further, but you really only need it where you need it. Like, it's not important. Oh, actually, I do need it to show you. Oh, whoops. Sorry, that's
So have you just increased the width of the channel then by doing that?
correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You have to do the other one as well.
I do too.
You might down.
Yeah. I thought I did do it. There it is. So now you've got the continuation. So this is like historical, and this is more of where it is. So what you do see is there's an opportunity there, an opportunity there. So if you wanted to, if you were, how do I put this? If you were a trader that wanted to take more opportunities than the larger moves, if that makes any sense, you would reduce those rails down to, say, the 2.4 or so. Okay. What Tom's saying here is that's a buy, then that's the sell. And that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 days, right? A week and a bit. So from a Tom perspective, gets in here or wherever, somewhere there, and you get out there 170 pips later, right? And yes, it's come up and you were 100 up, then you were only 32 up, and then you were then you went to 180 or whatever, or 170 up, right? If though you have this where the rails are slightly smaller, then your choice is you could be there to there, because it'll pull the rail in and you would potentially get a red triangle there. So that's 100 there. Then you get out of that and you go back to where it sort of went down. This is another 50 down there. And then you get another one there, and that would potentially take you to 130 up there. So if I change.
Does it repaint? Does it repaint?
No.
Okay,
which
lovely.
Is good, which
Yep.
is good. Let's change that to 2.4. We'll see. It's got to wheel its little cog around, I think, yeah. And then we'll see. So, yeah. See, now you got a red one, you got a green one there, but you've got a number of green ones. Like, do I get in on that? Do I get on that? Do I get in on that? That I think, and you've got a number of green ones there, but that just gives you, you know, I don't know, more opportunity. Gives you potential of opportunities of entering along this sort of. But for Tom, is it confusing for you, or is it like, because you're looking at 28 pairs or something, like you don't want this noise, you just want to get in there and then get out up there and then get in there and get out up there. You only want the where it goes extreme out of the channel.
I want the extremes,
Yeah.
And I want as few as possible because I want to relax. I want to place a trade and walk
Yeah.
away until I get the next triangle the opposite direction.
Even if it pulls back and falls.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. No worries.
And rather than using the indicator to make this real easy, you see the green arrows down by the left?
Yeah.
Draw a trend line there.
You mean those or those?
Yeah, so those down there.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I can do a trending.
So what
you're
I've been
saying
doing is,
that sort of thing.
right. So take the last two triangles.
You mean
That
these?
one? That one, and the one next to it.
Yeah.
No. Move your trend
Yeah.
line. Move your trend line.
Oh, yeah.
Leave that there. Move your trend line to the left at the bottom,
Yeah.
all the way up to that last green arrow.
You up there.
Keep going. Keep going. The last green arrow.
Oh, that one there.
Go one back. Okay.
Which is there.
Which is right there.
Yeah.
There's your trend. Now take the same trend line and do the same thing with the top red ones.
Okay.
I didn't pick this up before. I just learned it this weekend. You're creating
Something like
a channel. Now, here's the difference. You see the rails? You see the rails, how they run with price?
Yeah.
The triangles are actually creating a channel. This is called a horn pattern. So now this is going to go from the top of that channel down to the bottom of the channel and probably get another green before it turns green and goes back up to the top of the channel. All these rails are doing is following price. The actual liquidity of the red arrows is creating what you're trading.
Yeah. Yeah. Which was like this and it broke it.
Right. Now, go back a little bit to where the price is now.
Yeah. Price is here. Yeah.
Okay. Now, from that red candle, not where the triangle is, but the candle that it created.
That one there.
That little one. Just to the right.
Over here.
No, go back to the triangle.
That one there.
You see the candle that it created? That's the one. Now put a trend line on that down to the yellow line you just set for the other triangle, for the other.
Right. You want to go from
there
down
to just the line. Don't go too far.
Yeah, just there.
To the end of the trend line.
Sorry, to the line. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now take another trend line. And you see the bottom of that white wick candle sitting there of the last triangle you just put the trend line on. Go down. Go down. It's a little indecision candle.
Oh, this one here. Yeah.
Down, because that's been taken.
It has. That one there.
That one right there. Draw a line across.
Which is one there anyway.
Right. If you could just do it for just now, then you can always remove it. I'm just trying to show you something.
Yeah.
Okay. Now adjust that trend line that you put down to the other yellow line out to the end of that trend line. Keep going out. Keep going out. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Okay. So this is called the triangle. This is literally the triangle. So in order to keep going down, it has to beat that white candle, right?
Yeah.
So now you're creating a triangle. Do you see the triangle right there?
Yeah. Which is there. That's the triangle.
No. You see the SHA?
You mean this one?
That's the one. Okay.
Okay.
So listen.
But there is also this, but that's okay. Yeah.
Right. So take this trend line that you put on down here at the bottom with the green arrow and flatten it out just straight across that green arrow. Let me show you something.
Oh, sorry. You mean you got to grab that in and flatten it like that?
Yep. Now move it up to that white candle where the green arrow was.
Move it up to the white candle with the green.
No, flatten it out.
Yeah, flat.
Now move the whole trend line up.
Oh, right. Okay. All of it up there.
Exactly. And do the same thing with the top of the red triangle. To the current top. Flatten it out.
You mean like that?
Yep. And then slide it over to the triangle where you were at now. Slide the whole thing over at the top of that white wick.
There.
Nope. At the high.
Oh, sorry. At the high. Okay. Yeah. That one there.
Okay, so listen. You could bring that trend line down to the bottom trend line. So to see the angle trend line?
Yeah.
That one right there. Bring it all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so listen. In order for this to go down, it has to beat that white wick.
Yeah. It has to beat this one.
So when you enter into this triangle right here, that is your deciding moment. Because it's either going to break down and beat the bottom, or it's going to turn and break that top.
Yeah, correct.
Now, if you use this strategy on every single pair, on every time frame, they all work the exact same way. Correct. This angled trend line is now going to be your regulator that it can't beat. So let's say this pushes down to the SHA and it turns it red.
Mm-hmm.
You get in for the sell. The reason being is you're going to pick the white last candle down before it breaks that for the tightest entry.
Yeah, which is this one here.
Now, as it's coming down, price is moving, and it won't break this trend line because you keep adjusting the trend line. Every time it pulls back, you adjust the trend line. Every time it pulls back, you adjust the trend line. And then when it gets to that white wick where it's either got to break it to keep going down or break it to go up. Exactly. So each one of these are going to work its way down. And you just adjust that trend line to have it follow it. And then the last white candle that busts through that bottom above the line, you see that, it's hard to explain. So you see that round blue dot you just created at the bottom where it broke price?
Yeah.
Okay, the round dot above it.
Yeah, that one.
Let's say that's the last white candle. Up.
Last white candle up.
So if that round circle
yeah,
is a white candle,
oh, gotcha.
You put it above the wick. So just put a little line right there.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying now.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you, just there.
So that's your stop. And your entry is below that white wick.
Yeah, which is that sort of thing.
Right.
There. And if you have it as a cell, I'll just do purple. And so that's
so now put a placeholder box in there. How many pips is that? 16. 14. Look at that.
15. Yeah.
So it does it every time. So if you do the same thing on the arrow before, you can draw out the same exact lines and it does it every time because it's either going to have to break that white wick to continue down or it's going to turn and go back up and it breaks your trend line. If it breaks your trend line, get out of it. But only get out of it if you have a green arrow up.
Yeah.
If you don't have a green arrow up, let it ride. It's just adjusting. to break that bottom. It's the same thing every time. You could delete all this, go back to that previous arrow, that red arrow up there.
Yeah.
The other one to your left, that one right there. You could do the exact same setup and win that trade every time.
Yeah,
you're literally trading a triangle strategy. Because what's ever going to happen is going to happen in this triangle with the trend lines.
Yeah, I agree.
It has to happen.
But this is what you've been doing for months, though, Tom. I mean, this is exactly what you've been talking about the whole time.
Yes. It's the SHA, the trend line, and that last white candle, it has to be.
If it's going
tighter
to be
stop
a sell,
loss.
if it's going to be a sell, if it's a buy, then it's a
Then it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
You go down to that green candle and do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It has to beat that white long wicked candle. Push up.
Yeah.
Right there. You could draw a trend line across there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now put a trend line from that green arrow candle up.
Trend line from the green arrow.
See the green arrow at the bottom?
Oh, yeah. Going up.
Pick that candle.
Yeah.
And then go up. Even tells you when to get out.
Yeah. When it gets broken, it's there.
When it gets broken.
But there's even a simpler way to do this. I mean, you have potential to lose, but the point is, as soon as you get that triangle, and you basically break the last sell candle, you're in. Like.
Right. So what this does,
and same here, you get
exactly.
This,
so what this does is when you break that trend bar down at the bottom of the green arrow, if it pulls back and breaks the trend line going up, there's a high probability that it's going to break the green arrow down at the bottom and keep you out of that bad trade.
Yeah. But you could also, where you set these, or where these channel lines or RSI lines or whatever you want to call it, as soon as it crosses over that's also an indication to get in the trade as well. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So you see the arrow, you see the green candle.
Yeah, see the arrow, green candle. When
it pushed up.
Yeah.
You're in.
That's right.
Draw that trend line, and it has to stay above that trend line.
And then when you get a red one, like in there, that's 100 pips or so.
Exactly.
It's come up and then you get
super clean, super easy, removes all the indicators that are lying to you. It's telling you to buy and sell.
Yeah. And then
could I just ask, is the SHA, is that smooth Heiken-Ashis?
Yes.
Yeah.
And what is that set to, please?
Sure. I don't know why he's got it on there, but anyway.
I'm actually considering losing it.
It's 10 EMA, 10 EMA.
Okay, so it's very similar to the straightforward Forex, which is set to 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could put it at 13. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
But what it does, if you want to, you would wait until the color changes before you get in. But there is potentially 27 pips that you haven't sort of gained out of that.
Yeah. So it's always the way, though, isn't it? If you wait for everything, you miss something.
Right.
Isn't that the cat's cry for today? If you wait, you lose. You lose something.
So I went through this weekend and I back tested this with the trend lines.
Yeah.
And the percentage of wins went up.
Yeah, but you have it set at 3 though. So you have far less potential trades though, don't you, Tom?
I have 27 pairs. Do I really care if it goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back, goes up? I'm not getting any of those anyways.
No.
I want the bigger moves.
But Tom, we may be trying to convert as many traders that try to sit there and as many scalpers as possible. Maybe not Helen on a 1 minute, but you just can't help people that need the rush.
Okay, but Darren got me thinking this weekend.
Oh, not
because of
Darren
something he said.
again. Darren,
So actually, I
Darren
blame this on
these,
Darren.
Doesn't he? Yeah, he drops these clangers every so often, doesn't he? Just in
Well,
the
what he
background.
said was, these are going up and down, and I'm able to catch more trades because I can see them when they hit the buy and sell on the twin range, and I can go in and out of the rails, and I'll pick up more trades. But you have to ask yourself honestly, at what point are you over trading? You have 27 pairs, and there's what? 8 moves a week on that pair?
Yeah.
I'd rather have one move over 8 days, a winning trade that's solid, than the ups and downs on 27 pairs and get confused.
So then it actually comes back to this. So you could trade half a dozen pairs and get the ups and downs if you wanted to. I'm just looking at this and have that tighter railing and get ups and downs that you can follow, right? Or you trade 27, 28 pairs or whatever it is, and you look at those background trades with longer moves. And so it would probably work out. So from a numbers perspective, you have 6 that go up and down and you're getting 50 here, 50 there, 70 here, 70 there, whatever it is. Or you have 27 pairs that move over a week, 100 pips. You got 27 moving over 100. You got 6 that go up and down, up and down. So what suits you?
Exactly.
And what would be more profitable in the end, or more relaxed even? Because our main aim, mine is more of a relaxed lifestyle. It's like, we'll have a look at it this morning. Is there a triangle? Yeah, okay, I'll get out. Oh, look, there it goes. I'll get back in.
Mm-hmm.
As an opposite trade, like no stress. Well, minimal stress anyway. So
and are you primarily back to the 2-hour time frame now?
Oh, we've been 2 hours for a while.
Sorry if I've missed that one. I've tried to keep up, but I've failed, obviously.
No, Darren's still on 3 hour, I assume. He's nodding. Yeah. So I think it doesn't really matter. 3, 2. What was happening, Helen, is that we were on the 3 hour, which is fine. And we were putting alerts on the 2 hour to get that little bit earlier sort of input. And then basically we sort of went, well, why aren't we trading on the 2 hour? Because we're getting alerts on there and we're going to get in there anyway. So we did 2 hour, 3 hour. And then can you come back every couple of hours or what? Yeah, of course you can. Or if you got 2 candles and it's 4 hours before you look at it, or 6 candles, 6 hours, so what? That's how it sort of evolved from that. And the one thing over the nearly 7 years, I mean, there's just progress that goes, and you change and take and move. And part of it is that you've trialed a certain thing before, and maybe it didn't fit into the picture of the strategy. And then you're now you have an understanding of what that is. So you can go, well, yeah, I'll trial that from a time perspective, I meant. But I certainly don't. I mean, you could probably use this on a 15-minute or 1 hour or something. I mean, this as well. You just would have more trades in and out, because the market does primarily 2 things. It goes up. Well, it only goes from the left to the right. History's on the left, futures on the right. Simple. You can only trade from a candle that's being created, or an order in place of a candle being created. That's just fact. That for example, price goes up and down and up and down. in its journey of a trend. And it depends on what the trend is at whatever time frame that you're trading. So for background trades like Darren's doing, the aim is to get into a trade, and you don't necessarily know that that's a background trade, but you can, when you get in a trade and then it continues on that trend in that direction, then that becomes a background trade basically. And if you then follow with your stop loss trailing down, depends on how tight you put that stop loss, when or if it turns, you stop profit. We're calling it a stop profit method. So as long as it's sort of come into profit and you move you have to be diligent about moving your stop loss. Yeah.
Can I show you one more thing?
Is it okay, everyone?
Yep.
Yeah, we've got to.
It's great. I have to go. It's great to be back, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you
Take
so
care,
much.
Helen.
No,
See you.
good to see
Bye.
you. Oliver, look after yourself. Bye. Yes, Tom.
On the SHA,
Yeah.
change it to 5 and 5.
Okay.
And then look at the difference with those arrows.
Yeah.
Look how much cleaner you can
Yeah.
get into the trade with more confidence because it's
tighter.
changed earlier.
Yeah. Oh my God, look at that. Japanese yen's way up here now. Oh, hadn't noticed that. End of the week. Look at the CAD down there. Okay. Sorry. It's taking me. Yeah, absolutely. Look at that. Arrow thing, confirmation, bang. And it's around, well, it's not necessarily, but it sort of fits into the rails a bit better, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So as this comes up in the triangle, it's going to drop down. It's going to create that triangle.
Yeah.
The SHA is going to turn red.
Yeah.
So now you have a triangle down.
Yeah.
A red triangle down. You're in the triangle. The SHA has turned red. You're already in this trade.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, as it comes down and you take the last white candle that broke that trend line going across for the white wick, now you're in your second trade.
Yeah. Okay, you're going to call that a basket or a additional trade.
Right.
Oh my
and
God.
you're in that trade until you either get a green triangle or it breaks your trend line. Because if it breaks your trend line and doesn't give you an arrow, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go back up.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go back down. It's an indecision.
And then in relation to this here, I think I spoke about this at the end of last week. If you're doing additional trades in it, like for me, there is no guarantee that this won't just pull down a bit, not break there, and just pop back up again. Right. Which you and I both know is certainly possible. It could be news, could be anything that it does. It could be that, I don't know, something happens. I don't know. And so from a money management perspective, this initial trade would be of a lower value as percentage-wise in the trade. And if or when it would break that, that could then be a higher lot size value. Does that make any sense? So from percentage, so you might only have a 0.25% on that trade, and you might have a 1% on this trade, just as a thought. Yeah.
For me, no. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's up to you.
No, but that's what I'm suggesting as far as being able to maximize out of the trade moves. But anyway.
Well, I'll say no to that. And here's why. Because while I was back testing this weekend, this would break that trend line, go like 2 pips, 3 pips, turn around and take off and break that trend line.
Okay.
So it did do that a few times. Not a lot, but it did do that.
Mm.
So for me, I'm going to trade my entry up here with the same lot and everything else as the second trade down here.
Okay.
Because if this one loses, then what I've made all the way down is going to be lost. If I put more on the second trade.
Yeah, true. But if you have all I'm saying is, and there could be the circumstance that comes to here and then pulls back up, absolutely, without a doubt. But what would you say, Tom, would be maybe the percentage of that happening rather than it coming back down to here and then pushing back up?
I can't say that.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
That's
with any
right.
kind of
Confidence at this point.
confidence that I'm going to say, oh yeah, it's only 3% of the time. Well, hell, when's the 3% going to happen? I have no idea.
You don't. No, you don't know. That's right. Yeah.
So for me, I'm taking the second trade.
Yeah.
But I'm not risking any more than I would on the first one.
Yeah, okay. Depends on how confident we are on what we, and what your history would be. For me, I was just suggesting potential lot size or commitment to trade on it. That's all. Okay.
Brian, I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
In regards to setting alarms on TradingView, using that indicator, how are you managing that? Because I can't seem to set the triangle to come up.
If you right click, add the alert, it's alert,
and then
all function call.
Yeah.
And just go create.
And does that only do, but this is the thing, it shows that little warning up there. That little orange circle, yeah. And I've tried a few times and my alarms doesn't come up.
Does your computer shut off after a while?
I get no, it's on all the time. I get other alarms, but I don't get anything related to the X48.
Right. Well,
I mean, there's two things I would like to set as an alarm. Once price, say, crosses over the TMA up or the TMA down, and secondly, when a triangle appears. Because those are your key indicators using this.
Yeah.
See, the TMA up and down doesn't come up as an option.
No, it's not there.
No.
And then there's a triangle back. Oops, sorry. Alert all functions. So
if you go back to that one you just had.
This here.
Yeah, if you say crossing, click on crossing, and then your TMA up comes up at the top.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But that's what I'm
not
clear on.
Is that a shape?
Yes. You got to go back to your original indicator and see which shapes. Because if you go back to shapes there.
Yeah.
No, wait. Go back up to shapes.
Yeah, you got a number of them. You got shapes, and then you got shapes down here.
Yeah, but look, one set is under the plot and one's above it. So what do you have checked? It doesn't tell you. So what you may have to do is try one shapes. Oh, you know what it is? I'll bet you one shapes is set for the ups and one shapes is for the down.
Shapes is here. We don't even have them.
Yeah, go back to the inputs. I just want to show you something else. If you scroll down, keep going down, stop. There was, oh, hang on, let me find it on my screen quickly. I'll show you.
Oh, death cross. Gone. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, that's if you're using the EMAs, right?
Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so scroll back up. You go right to the top first.
Yeah.
Okay, scroll down 1 or 2 moves down. Okay. So there's alerts there. Crossing up, crossing down, coming back down. Now I've tried those options as well, but I can't seem to get it to work.
Oh, arrow down, arrow up.
Yeah.
Alert needs to create alert manually after every change. I don't know what that means.
No, that's why it's a bit confusing.
Which means it doesn't do it automatically. It doesn't go from red to, it doesn't turn red, give you a warning. Doesn't turn green, give you a warning. Gives you a red, turn, gives you a warning. It's saying after each alert, it's now green. Now you got to go back and change it. Tell me when it's red again.
So you need to.
It doesn't do it automatically.
Kind of like yeah, it lapses, doesn't it?
No, it just stops. You got
Yeah,
your
so
alert. You want another one, put another alert on.
Yeah.
You have to do it manually.
So it doesn't repeat the alert.
Which is okay. I mean,
that's fine if it does that, but I can't even get one to come up.
Well, I don't get alerts to come up on mine either. And the reason being is when mine shuts down to sleep, my computer, even if it's still running, it's just sleeping, it shuts off the alerts.
Yeah, no, I don't shut my computer off. I just turn my screens off.
So, and that's all cool. It's interesting, I suppose, from.
I mean, I thought I'd just raise it tonight and see if anybody has got it to work, or, you know, if anybody does get it to work, let us know tomorrow.
Yeah, or the next day or the next day. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, no worries. I'll see how I go with alerts. I hadn't bothered. One of the, like, we've only had these triangles for, what is it, a week or two or something, but I, like, if you're trading on the 2 hour, like, my only time I don't get to see them is like when I'm asleep, you know, which would be when you're asleep as such. But they're already there now. So I'm, you know, looking at this one pair that when market opens, potentially we'll start to get some sort of a move down. And, you know, there again, there's the move down. There again, there's the move up. You know, that's where it changes. And they don't disappear. Once they're in there, they're there. On a 2 hour candle, it's pretty easy. You can get in at any time here.
I mean, if you think about it, look at that green triangle down at the bottom.
Yeah.
You got 2 white candles.
Yeah.
And 2 green candles.
And the engulfing.
That's like 8 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So by the time you do get the green candles, you've had 8 hours to look at this.
Yeah. And if you, you know, 2 or 3 times a day is really all you need to do.
I think for me, it was more about automating the process a bit more so I don't have to come and all the errors.
Gotcha. Yeah. And potentially we could too, but let's look at seeing if the actual process works, and then if it does, then we'll go from there. I had a couple of trades last week that I think it was I showed was the CAD J, and I think it's the CHFJPY, but look at this bludgers. So I put an order in for a buy. This is what Tom said it was going to sell. Remember Tom?
Mm-hmm.
And it did. So I talked about it buying. Tom talked about it selling. And here is my order and stop loss. It basically got into the trade, then come out, stopped me out, and then basically just went down, which is good. Fail safe, right? Were you in this, Tom?
No.
Okay. But now we have a
You said it was going to buy, so I stayed out of it.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I did not risk it.
You didn't risk it for the biscuit. Okay.
Nope, not worth it. And I don't trade on Fridays.
Yeah. Me as well. I didn't either too. This was back on the Thursday or something, I think it was, or the earlier. But it came back down here. Now we've got, and as I said, there is no red. We have no red triangles anywhere here. So I was, it was pulled down. I was waiting for a green. So we've now got green. Now we're talking about it coming back up. But I don't think you will. Look at this. So look at the Japanese yen from a strength, and look at where the CAD is. No wonder this did this. You see where the CAD's on 0 and the Japanese yen's up as the highest strength currently, or was at the end of the trading week anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it all moves around. It all goes down, it goes up. It goes down, it goes up. I mean, simple as that.
Okay, can I show you something?
Yeah, go for it.
So take trend lines.
Yep.
Just start building it from that green one to the green one before it, and make sure you're on the candle of the created green one.
That one to that one, you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Or that one to, I know. Okay. So let's go from there to there. Is that what
now it's the last green triangle in the group on this specific candle.
Which is that one just there?
That one right there. I mean, let's be really specific about this as an example.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and then take the red one at the top.
It's way up there.
Yeah, put another trend line on it.
Yeah, to where?
To that last triangle, to the top of the wick, across.
But there's no triangle here.
Keep going. Just keep going.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you can see, this is starting to form a channel.
Yeah, correct.
So now I'm looking for this to hit the top of the other side of the channel.
Up here.
Right?
Yeah.
So what does this have to break to keep going up now that you got a green triangle?
It's going to have to break. Which one? Hang on, let me open it up a little bit. That's taken that. That's taken.
Now, just stop. You see that long candle? That long one?
This one.
That's your stop. That has to break that structure. So put a trend line across there.
Right.
Straight across. At the top of the wick. Okay, now put a trend line from the green arrow, that green candle where it was created, over to the end of that trend line you just put on.
Up there?
Yes. There's your triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now squeeze that back down a little bit so I can see everything.
Cool.
Just make it much smaller, much smaller. I want to see the red one at the top too. Okay. So then take another triangle. I'm sorry, another trend line.
Mm-hmm.
At the high of the red triangle.
That one here.
Right. Where the very high is.
Yeah, okay.
The highest high, where that green wick is.
Yep.
Draw it across, straight across.
Yep.
Okay. Do the same thing with this
from the bottom.
Current green triangle at the bottom. Straight across. So there's your trade. Okay, that's your trade setup.
Yep.
You have your current channel working down. In order to go up, it has to beat this triangle. When it goes up, it's coming back to the top of this channel. Possibly. No, that's the high. That's the channel. So if it breaks this channel, then we're going to the high. If it breaks out this triangle down at the bottom that you just created, if it breaks this bottom, then we're still going down.
Yeah,
and you should be out of the trade because it broke that trend line. The triangle trend line that you put on, the green triangle. See the green triangle? That trend line you put up at an angle?
Yeah.
It shouldn't break that. If it breaks this top. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And you also got that there.
Right.
Because of that low over here.
So if it breaks this green triangle down at the bottom.
Lows further over here. It's already taken out this, already took out that imbalance on that side. But there is stuff further down here. Yeah, sorry, I'll come back here. Yeah, say what you're going to say. Sorry, Tom.
No, that's it. You have your high.
Yeah.
Your low.
Yeah.
You have your triangle to triangle, green triangle to green triangle.
Yeah.
Because now this is creating a down channel. So I'm looking for a pullback. Should hit inside this channel and not break this curve. For a further push down.
Correct.
Which means more than likely, when I come back up to the top of this current channel, I should get a red triangle down.
Yeah.
The red triangle is what I'm looking for.
Which didn't appear here.
Didn't appear there.
No.
So either I'm going to ride this green candle all the way back up to the red triangle at the top. Or it's going to bounce off the inside of this channel and push back down to beat that white wick.
Yeah. Which I think it will do.
So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a red triangle. Until then, I have to assume it's still going up.
Yeah. But as you said, it could do a little short pullback and then drop back out again.
Right.
Which, based upon relative, strength from the end of the trading week, that is probably potentially what could happen.
Right. So if it pushes up right from here, and let's say it does a little pullback, but doesn't break the bottom where the triangle is, I adjust my trend line triangle.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that, right. So if it pulls back up, and let's say it hits your red line right there, and pulls back down, but doesn't break the green triangle, now push back up. Okay, stop. So my my trend line that pushed up, can you point to it?
That one, yeah.
That one is now adjusted. You have to adjust it.
Yeah, but if you have this happen though, Tom.
Well, wait.
Oh,
What I'm saying is you have to adjust it.
Yeah.
So you would move that trend line down to the point where you stop drawing that blue line.
You would adjust this
to the bottom of the point you just created.
Oh, you mean down here?
Yes. Now draw that out straight.
Yeah.
And now if it pulls back, it shouldn't beat this.
Right. No, it shouldn't break that. That's right.
And there's another trade up.
Yeah. But you also
work your trend lines up and down the trend. Those are your best entries. When it breaks your trend lines is when you get in and get out.
Yeah. But you also could have it do this, where it could pull up here, and then pull back down and break.
Right. And you're out of the trade.
And go up. And then go, well, oops.
You're out of the trade for the green.
Correct. Yeah, this could be a very short-lived green.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could have a green and then another green here. You could have another green triangle there before it pushed up and back down too.
Right. So what I'm saying, Brian, is you see where you started that blue line originally, where the green arrow is?
Yep.
If it breaks this trend line coming down, it's going to have to create a white candle, right?
Yes.
So you're out of this trade. You're out.
Yeah.
In order to keep going up, it has to break the peak.
Mm-hmm.
So you simply move your trend line, the straight one just above it,
this one
down to that peak.
Down to there, yeah.
So then when it pulls back, but doesn't break that green arrow at the bottom,
you're looking.
Now your entry's even tighter because it's got to break that peak.
Yeah, correct.
So don't be afraid to get into the trade at the green arrow. If it breaks your trend line, get out because it may be pulling back down.
But for me, market hasn't opened yet. When it does open, spreads go crazy. One, two. I don't trade the first 12 hours. I want to see what happens here. And I think, even if, for me, I would leave this pair for a trade once I get, potentially, I might get a red arrow after the green. We'll just see. But I'm not going to.
I absolutely understand that, Brian. Yeah. It's time of day. Yeah. It's timing. It's everything. All I'm trying to do is just explain if you're in a trade, here's what you're looking for.
Yeah. Because you're going to wait for the market to come to you and for it to play out.
Yeah, exactly.
So that then you can decide what you want to do for the trade.
Right. All I'm saying is when you see these triangles, this is what you should be watching. Once it has broke, it's either going to take off or drop. Yeah. Once it does one of those two things, this is the only time you should even be interested in this trade once it takes off. Right. Is just getting going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, there are several trade potentials down this. Whether you have a 2.4 on the midnight Hunter or the X48, whichever way you want to call it, or if you have a 3 setting for it, which means there would be slightly less. But certainly, for example, do we still get a green on a 3? Let's see. Wait for it to do its thing. we'll probably get less here. Yeah, we'll get less there. Yep, we still have a green, right? Well, it's well outside these mats, but you do get, oh, there's actually not that many less there. That's definitely told you it was going, but there's less here, there to there. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're time's well ticking on. Has that we tend to do that sort of thing at this in this sort of pre-market open session.
Sorry, I get talky.
No, yeah, don't be sorry, Tom. It's fine. Everybody else has got their opportunity to input as well. I will just quickly look at that GU that I had the trade on. And just see, wait for it to do its thing. What day was it? It was on Tuesday, yeah. On Tuesday I got into that trade. Very nice. Saw the green there, but I didn't get out of the trade. Right, that was on my Thursday. So Tuesday, Thursday, that was still like I got in wherever it was and out wherever. At least when it came back up here and hit that, you know, I had sort of 70 or 80 pips out of it. Actually, I'll have a look and see how much. I know, 101. Wherever I got into, wherever I got out, it stop profited with 101.7 pips still on that trade, right? So I didn't get in here with this. So I'm going to have to sort of wait to see, take that off, to see what happens with it. But basically from there to there, over 3 days of the week, it could have potentially been like that change, wherever, you know, that's potential 170 pips or so. So I gave back 70 for that, but it was really just a trial for the week. That was very nice. And, you know, the week before it had sort of basically gone sideways, pushed down, and then, wow, back up, and then did push back down. That was a GU. GA, I think, did a similar sort of thing, like these moves. These are good. And you'll see we will have a red and a green here when it gets its, red and a green. Look at that. Perfect. 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 But certainly, you know, if we go back and look here, it's more, it has been in a sell. It's now pulled back and it looks like we got short and it's coming back down again. I mean, the last time it had was a buy on the daily. But oops.
Do you want to match your 2 hour to your daily?
Ah, yeah, you mean like this sort of thing?
No, that's not where you do it. You have to click on the square up top right.
Which? This one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, click on that. Drop down, and there's a symbol thing you need to switch on.
Yeah, I've done that. That's right. They're both the same currency pairs. That's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a shortcut.
So what Tom's saying is the indicators are there. You want them the same over there, with the same settings.
Indicators. Okay.
And all you do is you right click and go apply these to entire layout. So it then this and that become the same sort of the same thing. So it stops showing the ones that you have stopped showing here. I put that thing up there. I don't really want that over there.
Yeah, I get rid of it on that side too. It's just not enough room.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, you're just looking at, that would have been, you know, like here is, once you got that and you got the sell, you're back down here is 900 pips until you got a green. Like, why would you bother? Do you know what I mean? Weird. And when was that? That was around about the 23rd of August, and that was around about 28th of September. About a month. A month for 900 pip move. Thank you very much. That's on GA anyway. And now it's pushing back up. Yeah. So that would have been potentially a good opportunity, but you can trade this up and down anyway. Any other questions other than we need to work on the alert stuff, do we?
No, I just while he was talking, I quickly gone over my back testing on Euro USD. This is on the daily, just with the adjusted settings that Tom's using. So from 2.4 up to 3.0, and it removes some losing trades for sure. Trades you wouldn't get in, but also you miss out on some winning trades as well. And they sort of cancel each other out, I think. But maybe I have to do a bit more of that.
Yeah. So you think, yeah, so to the 3. So what do we got? We got a red, yeah, the red up there. Look at that, to that. Same sort of thing into there. There's a good 700 pips or so.
I think the more it pushes out of the channel, then
yeah,
the stronger the move the opposite direction, I think.
Yeah, and here you can see where it hasn't. Yeah. But at the moment, it's in a push back up, isn't it? Into a buy.
Yeah, but how do you counter that? Over there on the daily, where it did not push, it pushed up, but it didn't give you a signal it's pushing up.
Yeah.
How do you counter that?
It did there, but not there. You just stay in.
Well, when you stay in, and 2, put a trend line in there.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. Say, for example, here, like when it's doing this thing, when it comes
there's
back
your pullback.
Yeah.
And then you put another one on right next to it. It's just telling you when it's going to pull back because it's going to break the SHA.
That sort of thing.
That's what it's doing right now.
Yeah.
It's pulling back.
Yeah. Well, that's why we've got a trend line on there now.
Yeah, we broke structure. Wait till it turns red to green, get in. When it turns green to red, get out.
Yeah. Yeah, but you could also change your settings so that, anyway. You can also change your settings rather than like a 3. You could have a 2.4. So this could show.
Actually, that's brilliant.
So
if you reduce the rails on the daily, you'll be able to pick up more trades on the 2 hour. Have a better idea of direction.
Let's see if that does it.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want.
There you go. There you are.
Yeah, look at that. That's hell. Let's look at 1.5.
I've got 2.4 I put on. 1.5 will give you heaps of extra ones. You don't need that. But yeah, a lower number setting on the daily than you do on the 2 hour, which I think is important.
Oh yeah, you're
or
right.
You can
look
keep
at
it at 2.4 on both. You just got to, it depends on what you're trading. But yeah, on the daily for Darren's background trades, then that would be good. Anyway.
Oh, holy cow, look at that. Yeah, that's brilliant. Good job.
I got to go feed lambs and chickens and chooks and stuff, and I'm going to market today to pick up some seedlings. So I got to get myself on the road. Sorry to do that to you.
No, man, go do what you got to do.
Yeah. Any other questions? Thanks for being there, Rian and Darren, and your input as well. But you know, like I always say these sessions are really not about me or it's my trade, even though it is all about me. It's really about the discussion that goes on. It's like, what do you see? What are you doing? You know, Darren's input on background trades and settings that he has, and you know, alerts what Rian might want and that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm liking this. So session tomorrow in 24 hours time, market would have opened. I'll put stuff in chat if I can look at any trades, but I'll probably be waiting the first 12 hours and let it show me what it's going to be doing before we take any trades. So for me, I tend to trade. For me, it's not where you, but I tend to trade from my Tuesday morning. So tomorrow's session, Tuesday to Thursday. So it's like those 3 days in the middle of the week is where most of the action sort of happens, yeah, for me. And so, yeah, and it's a bit like Tom, I don't tend to trade at the last part of the week, the last day or the last 24 hours. All right, no worries. All right, take it easy, everyone. I will.
Thanks, everyone.
You can put a bit in the chat if you want to. Have a great sleep in the UK there, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks a lot.